Hello everyone, I am JOEHOVA. Welcome to War of Rights. It's Saturday, and that means the UEC is playing War of Rights, and they've invited me to come along. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone in the UEC for letting me join you guys in your exceptional battles that you have every weekend. And thank all of you for being here for the stream. I really do appreciate it. We're trying to get affiliate here on Twitch, so every view matters. All right, so what happened today was they were able to fit everybody on a single server, which doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's especially a treat. So what have we got on the Union side? 52nd New York, 51st New York, and 8th Florida wearing Union blue today. Looks like the 52nd is carrying the Irish Brigade banner.
Do you like fancy music?
We are playing on the Bloody Lane today, so the Irish Brigade were prominent in that battle. Lots of them fell. So we don't often play on this battlefield, so let's do a little quick history here. This is the center part of the battlefield. This fighting took place in the late morning, early afternoon of September 17th. This is the Confederate line of D.H. Hill. And interestingly enough, a lot of the people we play with on the UEC, their regiments were actually in this battle. 8th Alabama, for example, 8th Florida, 52nd New York. They all took part in this actual battle. The Bloody Lane was known because the casualties that actually occurred here. The Union came out of these woods. The south part of the East Woods, you can see the Mama Farm on fire over there. And they came right over this hill. They were actually supposed to be going toward the West Woods over there, and you can see those in the distance. That's where the Dunker Church is located. And most of the fighting that we're familiar with over in that general area over there. They were headed in that direction, but they actually turned a little bit to the left. The rest of their corps kept going straight and got flanked, and all kinds of stuff happened. We'll get to that at some other point. But these guys turned left and came right over this hill and ran right into D.H. Hill. And instead of coming as one unified force, they sent a brigade at a time and melted them away to the Confederate fire for quite a while. Ultimately, what happened were the Confederates did get flanked. A Union brigade came in this direction right here and turned the flank of the Confederates, firing down the lane, causing massive casualties. But that's not what caused them to break. What actually happened in the battle were Anderson sent in reinforcements under, 8th Alabama, 8th Florida. They fought right here. And the units got entangled on the Bloody Lane, and some orders were confused. They were trying to separate their lines, and someone gave an about-face order, and that was taken for a full retreat, and the whole Confederate line pulled off the sunken lane and actually retreated back to the Piper Farm right here behind us. That is where the famous story of General Longstreet's staff manning a artillery piece to fire at the Union to hold them off. What history doesn't talk about a lot is actually D.H. Hill sending just suicide attacks up against this Bloody Lane to keep the Union there. And that's really what saved the Confederate center. But, Longstreet is a more famous general than D.H. Hill, so he gets all the press. So on your Confederate side today, we've got 8th Alabama. There's our boy Morphos there. These boys led by Schimmelfinnig. You can see Quartermaster Tim there giving the prayer. We've also got the 20th New York wearing Confederate gray today. I get away from that meeting. I don't want to hear any of the battle plans. Also, Jenkins Brigade and 18th North Carolina. So welcome, everybody, to the channel. You've been here before. You guys have seen this before, but these guys bring it every weekend. And what are the Union going to do here? 8th Florida in mass this week. 52nd always brings a ton of guys. And no disappointment again. They've got a big unit. As well as the 51st is here also, so everybody's doing a great job. Hogg is in command of the 8th Florida, and this is going to be interesting because the mighty 88 is split up. They're on two different sides. Let's see if they end up going head-to-head today. Doesn't really matter who you fight in the United European Community. It's going to be bloody. Well, the 8th Florida looks like they're heading to the right. 52nd and 51st going left. Oh, man, that's going to send them right into the teeth of the 8th Alabama. Let's see what happens here. This should be very interesting. Looks like the Confederates are still talking it out. No, we've got movement here. All right, so they're getting in the corn. Back on the corner, that's going to be your 8th Alabama right there. Jenkins Brigade. 20th has already pulled back to the to the farm as well. They're going to use both of these fences as cover. The point of contention is actually right here in the center of this road, of this lane. Jenkins Brigade is heading to the right with 18th North Carolina. They're going to face off against 52nd and 51st. Really depends on how far the 8th Florida come across. Usually the Union will come all the way to this side and try to get into these rocks and this tree back here. That's what the 8th Alabama is guarding against now, so we'll see how that works out. These boys here, it's going to be hard to hold this Confederate right flank. There's a bunch of Union coming this way. You can see them back there. So the 18th North Carolina and Jenkins Brigade, they've got their work cut out for them. Let's see if they can hold it. 8th Florida still moving. Coming through the corn. Yep, they're going to go all the way to that right flank to hit the Confederate left. Both these armies know exactly the tactics on these fields, so probably not going to be a whole lot of surprises here, but there will be some deadly exchange of fire, that is for sure. So it looks like the 51st and the 52nd are out in the field here, getting right to the edge of the map. There's your 52nd right there. Captain Frank in command. I can't really see him from here. You can see them though. Oh, we got fire. Looks like the 20th and the 8th Alabama are firing. The 8th Florida have shown themselves on the hill. They've just come out like men standing in the open ground. Taking fire from the 20th as well as the 8th Alabama. Still got guys breaking reloads. Okay, so they're falling back to the fence line. Shot still coming in. All right, so they know what they're up against now. I see smoke on the other side of the battlefield as well. 18th North Carolina is engaged. They're up on the corner. Where's Jenkins Brigade? Oh, they're a little bit further to the right here, right against the edge of the map. Jenkins has got a better view. Here come the boys in blue. Jenkins Brigade sending fire into the Union ranks, knocking a few of them down. Here comes the volley from the 52nd. Ooh. Equally effective. Looks like 51st is still moving. 18th North Carolina pouring fire into the 52nd as well. It's going to be tough to see both sides of the battlefield, but I'll do my best. 8th Florida coming back this way. Maybe going to lend some support to the 52nd. This is going to force the Confederates to move. The 20th and the 8th can't stay on that side of the battlefield just to guard the point and let these other two units get chewed up. They can see the 18th from here. See a lot of those shots going low, some of them going high. It's going to be tough to hit shooting down that hill like that behind a fence. See how the 52nd and 51st are holding up? They're taking heavy fire.
That's right. In one right.
Oh yeah, you can see the 51st is really taking a lot of casualties here.
Forward march.
Press right. Forward.
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 I can't believe we are
Deadly fire coming in from Jenkins Brigade and the 18th North Carolina here.
Yes, got them all reloaded.
Yes.
Aim high, gents.
Fire.
Looks like 18th North Carolina has turned their attention to the 8th Florida. They are a large company today. Look at all these 8th Floridians. It's going to be tough to hit them from there, though. It's a lot of ground in the way. And we still got the 8th Alabama and the 20th New York standing their ground here. I'm sure they're wondering what the hell's going on, why no one's attacking them. See how long it takes them to give up on that point of contention and come this way. You can see it's already starting to fade. '18th North Carolina and Jenkins Brigade doing a hell of a job holding off these two regiments, these three regiments really. You can see 52nd still dropping. It's just so hard to shoot down that hill. I mean, hell, I'm right here. I can hardly see Jenkins Brigade. You see they've taken a couple of casualties. Oh, 18th taking a hell of a volley there. Oh, deadly fire coming in from the 51st and 52nd. See men dropping from the ranks. Man, these guys are deadly. God. Just every time you hear a gunshot, you see somebody go down. Man, 18th is taking it too. 8th Florida still holding strong. All right, looks like the 20th is heading this way. There they are. 20th New York coming in to support the 18th North Carolina and Jenkins Brigade. They know this is the hottest part of the field. 8th Alabama might still be over there guarding the point. Looks like Florida is actually moving to the right. At least their flag bearer is. Nope, they're going that way. 8th Alabama still holding that corner. They're not falling for it. This right side is getting hot. You can see the 52nd and 51st holding strong, taking a lot of casualties, but they're giving them back as well. 20th New York. Very deadly. This could be real bad for these guys. Oh, you see. Heavy fire going in.
Yeah, cool. So what we're doing, we're gonna hold this fence line.
Let's get some cinematography going here.
Push them back. So just keep the fire up.
Okay.
Hey.
Ja, guarda come sono cocktail.
Fire.
Reload.
Keep the fire up, boys. Keep the fire up. Late into it.
18th North Carolina still holding strong in this corner.
Ja, Battle Flag ist rechts im
Steht immer noch.
Die Sau.
Ich sehe überhaupt nicht mehr.
Jetzt ist er weg. Teleportiert.
War ein Bug.
Schieß! Fire!
Fire.
8th Alabama still in the corner. 8th Florida's gone that way. The mighty 88. Head to head. 8th Alabama's got some good cover here. You can see Florida up there.
Right.
Up Schindel-Finnig's moving them out.
Yeah.
Also da mal
Gut,
hin.
alles klar. Ich bin Linienführer.
Company, quick time, forward.
Quick time forward.
Quick time.
March. Prepare for hold.
Prepare for hold.
Prepare for hold.
All right, he's just moving them to the corner, it looks like.
Auf der Karte ist Übersicht relativ wichtig und ich hab nicht meinen Greenberg. Übrigens an der Stelle, falls er mich hört, Grüße Greenberg. Ich muss selber ein bisschen mehr gucken. Company in front.
See the 8th Florida still up there peeking.
Oh, sehr schön. Nach links.
Himmel, oben, auf dem Hügel, Richtung Nordosten. Siehst du sie, da kommen
Arne, du hast die Hauptaufgabe links
Nordosten,
bekommen.
sie. Ja, direkt oben Hügel oben.
Oh, it looks like the 8th Florida has split in half. That's Company C over here. Company A under Hog is still over on this side. All right, so they've got a large company. They split themselves in half today. So they're just keeping the Confederates honest over there. 18th North Carolina, Jenkins Brigade, and 20th New York have just put a roadblock on the Union. You can see they're having to rally again.
Left face.
Let's take a look at the damage. You can see what those three companies were able to do so far. That's a lot of dead Yankees.
Bewegung auf der Straße.
Ja, verstanden, Schießfeuer.
Wieder in das Gebüsch.
So, Richtung.
All right, 20th New York moving again.
Nordost. Rechte Straßenseite.
Coming in directly behind the 18th North Carolina. Looks like they're going to put some fire on the 8th Florida.
Ja. Fahr.
See rounds being exchanged. I don't see a lot of bodies dropping. A lot of bullets hitting that field. These are long shots. Both units are still battle ready. Confederates are losing the point, but I think that's just because of the decay. Oh, 8th Florida has moved down. Company C has moved down to the rocks. Looks like the Alabamians have crossed the lane. They're on the extreme left. They've halted the movement of Company C, 8th Florida. And 8th Florida is greatly outnumbered on this side. Oh, they're moving again. Look at this. They're going all the way to the side here. I didn't even know the Confederates could go this far. See, Company C, 8th Florida is in big trouble here. Half a company taking on the full weight of the 8th Alabama. Many people don't walk away from the 8th Alabama with those kind of odds. I don't think Company C is going to last very long. Not because they're not good, because they are. It's just they're heavily outnumbered, especially now since the 20th is heading back in that direction. Company C better get out of there before they're completely wiped out. So they've left the corner again to the 18th North Carolina, as well as Jenkins Brigade. You can see the 52nd and the 51st kind of licking their wounds back there, getting their numbers back. Here's 8th Florida Company A losing a flag bearer. Redberg picked it up. Okay, you heard the order. Ooh, shots coming in. Heavy fire from the 20th New York there. See Hog trying to take a look, seeing what he can see.
Shoulder arms. Company right face.
Right face, quick, come on.
All right, Hog's moving back to the right to join up with Company C. Is there anything left to join up with? They're still holding firm in the rocks. These guys are doing a great job. This is no easy task trying to survive an onslaught from the 8th Alabama. I can assure you of that. I can barely even see those guys down there.
Okay, fire, kneel down. Zaklekněte, světe. Zkusíme jim...
Paliha. I'm sorry I butchered your name there, brother.
Zaklekněte za šutry a dělejte, že tu nejsme. Nabijte si. Dejte si bajonet.
You still see the Alabama holding that point of contention. Although it's actually over there. But these guys do not get too excited about the point until right at the end of the battle. You can see we've got Company C filing back in. Where's Company A? Are they coming this way? Yep, they're right back at the fence. So the mighty 88, here they go, head to head. Here comes Hog and the rest of the 8th Florida coming to support Company C. Does he know that he's got the 8th Alabama to his front? 8th Alabama looks like they've pulled back from the fence. They saw the reinforcements coming in. Very possible that the 8th Florida outnumbered the 8th Alabama, but it looks pretty even to me. 8th Florida in the rocks. So many damn soldiers, there's not enough rocks. Here come the fire. Oh, it's a deadly fire from the 8th Florida. 8th Alabama's in a pinch here. Let's see what they can do. They got to shoot through rocks to get to them. Boy, that's hard. You can see all the 8th guys duck down behind those rocks. There's not a lot to hit. Where's the 20th? Did they come over? Are they going to come over to support? They're still kind of holding in the middle of the field there. 8th Alabama all alone against the 8th Florida. All right, they're going over the fence. Trying to get better cover here. It's a smart move. Schimmel trying to get his men in the best possible position to survive and lay a heavy fire on the 8th Florida. Oh, look at 8th Florida standing up. But do they have anything to shoot at?
First rank to the fence.
They're waiting. Oh, Lord, here it comes. A deadly volley by the 8th Florida. But you see what Schimmel did? He lured him out. He's sending one rank at a time. 8th Florida is now having to reload. They're taking a volley, but a lot of those shots are bouncing off those rocks. That's a great position to be in. This is really smart by Schimmel Finnig, sending up one rank at a time.
First rank an den Zaun.
That way, the Floridians can't unleash a whole volley against this whole company at once. See the guys come up, they take a shot, they come back down. Not doing volleys, they're just up there trying to get onesie-twosies at a time. Here comes a volley from the Floridians. Oh, hitting their mark. A lot of those shots going high. They are shooting downhill. Two of the finest companies in all of War of Rights going right head-to-head after each other. Of course, on this game with the UEC, that happens every Saturday. All of these companies are some of the finest companies I've ever seen in this game. You can see 8th Florida not giving up on those rocks. They got runners all over the damn place. Look at this. Oh, Schimmel's bringing them up. The whole company's coming. Here's 8th Florida shooting into the 8th Alabama. Heavy casualties. Can they give it back to them? There's a lot of 8th Florida behind these rocks. Look at these boys.
We're going to wait for them to fire their volley, then we're going to move when they haven't got loads, and we're going to fucking charge them.
Oh, Lord. Hogs being aggressive. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you heard that. Let's see what the Alabamians are going to do. Oh, they're heavily outnumbered here. There's a lot of Florida on the field right in front of them. Unless the 20th comes over to help them, I don't know that the 8th Alabama is going to survive this charge. All right, you hear the Union is now engaged. The fighting on the right side of the field, which I'm completely ignoring. I apologize, guys. Must be doing something. But I don't want to miss this charge.
Ja, ja. Nee, sehr schön. Was denn? Okay, okay.
So let's see if the Florida guys can be patient. Look at them. Fired a volley, but they didn't hit much with it. Trying to lure the 8th Alabama. You heard Hog. He's waiting for him to shoot before he charges.
Ja, momentan muss ich ja nicht viel opfern. Momentan schießt der die Union lieber in die Luft.
Shots fired.
Oh, okay.
Hear the guy talking. Guys talking shit to each other.
Sieht mir nach Meldern aus.
Schimel may be trying to lure the 8th Florida in. Hog's just waiting for them to shoot. Oh, and the 8th Florida's moving. They're not waiting. They're coming out of their cover. They know the Alabamians aren't watching them.
Oh yeah.
Coming over to the flank. Here they come. Now the Alabama do have full loads. They're up on the fence. Firing into the Florida. Here they come. 8th Florida, 8th Alabama, the mighty 88 going head to head. Florida has flanked the Alabama, and here they come. It'll be a bloody contest with the bayonet. You can see half of the Alabama was able to get back behind the fence. But here come the Florida guys. They're out for blood. But most of the company has fallen back. But they've got it right up close and personal. Some of the Alabama, including the flag bearer, did survive. The Florida not able to completely wipe them out. Oh, here come the 20th. This is not what Florida wanted to see. 20th New York coming in to support the 8th Alabama. They're on the fence. There's not a lot of them left. There's a whole lot of New York over there. Here come the fire. Oh, man, people just dropping. 8th Florida did a good push, but they are extremely outnumbered here. If the 20th decided to cross this lane, they would just wipe them completely out. See Florida still pouring fire. Alabama building up its ranks again. Florida in a bad spot. You can see the flag waving on the ground there. Nobody left to pick it up. So let's see what's going on with the 18th North Carolina and Jenkins Brigade. Looks like they're doing some good work over here. You see that they have taken the lead in the match. It's like 51st and 52nd still just hanging out in the field. Not sure what they're waiting on. Probably just time. They know they're down on men. But the Confederates are holding a heavy flank over here. But most of the action's on the right side of the battlefield from the Union perspective. Oh, look at this. They did it. They've crossed the street. And it was 20th and 8th Alabama together. There wasn't a whole lot of Florida left over there, but their colors are laying on the field. So the 8th Florida completely wiped out on the right flank, but it took 2 companies to do it. Boy, that was awesome to see the 8th Alabama and the 8th Florida go head-to-head like that. You can see they're just about dead even. All these companies are extraordinary. So yeah, 20th New York came back right in the nick of time. It could have come a little bit earlier, but who am I to judge? They got there in time. That's all that mattered. 18th North Carolina still holding this corner. Look, you can see the bodies. They've lost a few men, but they're not giving up on this corner. It is a great spot to hold because the Union has to come down that road. They pretty much pinned the Union to their extreme flank. Is Jenkins? Yep, Jenkins is still. Look at that. Jenkins is so camouflaged here against this fence and in the corner. I couldn't hardly even see him. And I'm right up on him. Get some cinematic shots here. See, they're spaced out, so a volley can't do them all in at once. Looks like some of the boys are dropping off the server. Might have some crashes going on because I see a couple of them logging back into the game, so not sure if the server's just wackadoo a little bit, but seems fine for the most part. Okay, so 51st and 52nd are on the move, and they're going to go to the right. And here come the 8th Florida to join them. Getting in the field saying, okay, so it's kind of going shitty for both of us. What are we going to do? Let's see, Frank giving suggestions there. They just want to get away from the 18th North Carolina. They've been putting a whoop ass on everybody today. All right, so the 20th looks like they've come to take the point. Or is this the 8th? No, it's the 20th New York. So they're on the point, or at least past the point, so that the Confederates are in control of the map. 20th standing in the road, waiting for the Confederates to come out. 8th Alabama over here shooting at people trying to get the flag. Looks like they were able to get their flag back. Too bad I missed that. I always enjoy watching that. Let's give honor to the brave soldier who went and got that flag. Jack Sum went out and got it. Good job, Corporal. So 8th Florida's back here again, ready to face off against the 8th Alabama once again. See if Hogg tries to get his boys back to those rocks again. It was a really good defensive position. And Schimmelfinnig played sheepish with him and drew him out. Did a great job there. 8th Florida was waiting for them to shoot a volley before they charged, but they couldn't wait long enough. Here they come. 8th Florida making a run for the rock. Schimmelfinnig getting his men ready to fire. It's hard to hit a moving target. Oh, they're moving to the left. Over the fence. They're going back to the corner. You hear the huzzah. We've evened up this battle. 8th Alabama getting a much better position to shoot at the Florida from here. Oh, you see Hogg go down and the flag bearer. A deadly fire by the 8th Alabama. And they back down into the lane to reload. Smart. Very, very smart. Got one soldier, just doesn't give a shit. Smarty's like, you can shoot at me all you want, you son of a bitch. Fire coming in from the 8th Florida, but of course it's going high. They're in a sunken lane. All right, Hogg's back. Maybe that wasn't him. I thought it was him that went down. Deadly fire coming in from the 8th Alabama. You heard it. They don't say fucking hell because they're having a great time. All right, Alabama moving back across the lane, back into the corn. Giving the Floridians a farther shot. You hear the fire at will command. Ooh, they've formed an L. Do we have Union coming this way? 51st, 52nd, still out in the middle of the field back there. That's a screenshot. See if I can get one over their shoulders here. He's guarding the right side. He sees something over here. Oh, yeah. I see him too. Here come the 52nd. Oh, man, what happened to the 18th North Carolina? Damn it, I'm sorry I missed that, guys. There's so much going on in this battlefield. 52nd New York. Up on the fence. 8th Alabama in a pinch. What happened to the 20th New York? What happened to the 18th North Carolina? Okay, here's your 20th. No, that's Jenkins Brigade. And the 20th New York. They've both moved over trying to hold the middle of this field. 52nd is making a strong push. And the 8th Florida over there is giving hell to the 8th Alabama. Men fighting directly across the lane. Oh my God, there used to be a unit over here. 20th New York and Jenkins Brigade have just leveled the 52nd New York.
Let's go.
But we got more men coming this way. That must be what's left of the 52nd and the 51st. Yes, there's your 52nd New York, the rest of them. 2nd Company. Here's your 51st. They smell blood. They know they've got the middle of the field. 18th North Carolina has completely been annihilated. Sorry, 18th. I just totally missed that. 52nd moving back on to the 20th New York. Now it's the 20th's turn to take heavy fire.
Tobi?
You see a bloody hailstorm of lead coming in from the 52nd New York here. These boys are all extremely deadly. Look at the fire from Jenkins Brigade and 20th New York. All right, so we need to see if 8th Florida is still there. Okay, Florida has moved. They moved up to the fence, but took a heavy fire from the 8th Alabama, and they're falling back. 8th Alabama holding their ground across the lane. You can see they took a few casualties doing it, but they've pushed the 8th Florida back to the rocks. So 8th Florida not able to make a push on that side. 20th and Jenkins moving over to the corner for support. You see the 52nd and 51st pouring into the middle of this field. I imagine the 18th is back here in the back coming in now, trying to get back to that original position. Heavy fire coming in from that corner over there.
Flags down, Braxton.
Both units engaged. 11 minutes to go in this battle. It could go either way at this point. '18th North Carolina, here they are. They're back in it, and they're on the move. Westphal, Sergeant Westphal moving his men to the right. Right in the face of the 52nd. They're just running straight through the corn. It's hard to hit a moving target, but they're hitting a few of them. 18th, finally up to the fence. They're on the left flank of the 52nd New York and the 51st, I believe, as well. See a heavy fire. They've got them in a pincer here. They're squeezed between a rock and a hard place. 52nd starting to move to the right, but there's only more death that way. Trying to get to that point of contention. But all you got over here is 8th Alabama and 20th New York. 8th Florida trying to add support to the right flank from behind the rocks. He's calling for a runner. He's trying to communicate to the 8th Florida over here. Hogg and his boys still holding these rocks. They've found their fortress. They want to hang on to it. Looks like the 20th has moved over to support the 18th. There's your 8th Alabama. There's your 20th. 52nd and 51st New York here on the other side of the lane. They're just literally shooting at each other right over the bloody lane. You hear the rebel yell, you know what that means. Confederates are taking the advantage here. 18th North Carolina still on the fence, pouring a heavy fire into the flank of the New Yorkers. There is battle all up and down this lane. But still reinforcements are pouring in to the New Yorkers. And there's the huzzah! We've got a counterattack. They've taken the point of contention, and the Union is now taking losses. 11 minutes, 50 seconds. They've stopped the clock. Your 8th Alabama moved further over to the left. Schimmelfinnig trying to get an angle on these Floridians. You can see they keep sending scouts up to those rocks, seeing if they can get a better position. 8th Alabama holding the anchor on the Confederate line. 20th New York is gone. Did they move over to support? All right, looks like possibly 18th North Carolina still there. Who's moved up? Is this the 20th or Jenkins? Jenkins Brigade has moved all the way up the road. They're on the extreme flank of the Union.
I think so.
This is a deadly position. You can see all the Union just streaming into the center. And I have completely lost the 20th New York. They must have been completely wiped out. 52nd and 51st New York doing the work. Looks like the 8th Florida has come straight up to the fence. They're on the right flank of the 51st New York. A heavy fire being poured into the 8th Alabama from two extremely talented regiments. 8th Alabama in a bit of a pinch here. But they've been holding this corner down all day long. Are the Confederates going to be able to make a push to push them off this fence? They've got a strong force ahead of them. You can see there's 10 minutes and 28 seconds left in this counterattack, and the Union is really putting the pressure on strong. Oh, you see the 8th Alabama still pouring in a deadly fire. 8th Floridians fallen. 51st having to pay more attention to the 18th North Carolina over here. Jenkins Brigade on their flank. You can see them all the way over there on the other side of the field. But 18th North Carolina still drawing some attention away. I don't really see where they went. Oh, it looks like 18th North Carolina and Jenkins Brigade are up on this fence now. There they are, 18th North Carolina and Jenkins Brigade on the extreme flank of the Union Army, pouring a fire down, taking a card from the real Union Army that day in the battle. This is exactly how the Union shot down the lane against the Confederates. But the 52nd and 51st are not taking that shit lightly. Here's Frank coming straight down the road. You want to fight, son? Frank's going to bring you the fight. Here we go. 18th North Carolina holding the corner again. Will they be able to hold against the 52nd? Looks like they're coming straight in. You see him wavering. Oh, a heavy fire from the 52nd New York. 18th North Carolina in peril. You hear the huzzah. Jenkins Brigade sees it. Here they come to support. Jenkins Brigade in support of 18th North Carolina. 52nd have the corner. This is going to be really tough for Jenkins Brigade. Can they do it? 52nd drawing attention away from the point of contention. Jenkins Brigade not going down easy. 52nd wavering and falling back. Jenkins Brigade still alive. What an incredible encounter here. Jenkins Brigade did it. They held them off. Way to go. 52nd running for it. What an incredible push by the 52nd. That was something to see. All right, 51st here, holding with the 8th Florida. You see Schimmelfinnig moving his men over. They got to come toward the point of contention. They got to do it by themselves. Where is the 20th New York? I've completely lost them. I apologize, guys. I have no freaking idea where you are. 8th Florida, there's not much left. Holy Jesus. 8th Alabama is completely wiped them out. They're taking on two companies right here. Well, one. There's not much left of the 8th Florida. Oh, my God. They're trying to pick up the flag and getting murdered for doing it. Here comes another brave lad. Mathis, can you do it? Can you get the flag without being killed? Oh, sorry, recruit. You're dead. 51st New York now, all alone against the 8th Alabama. What an incredible stand by the 8th Alabama on this side today. They've really done an incredible job here. So there's not much left of the 52nd. There weren't many Jenkins Brigade left over here either. You see them falling back. A lot of Union got killed, so a lot of them are reforming back here. 20th looks like they're waiting for the last push here. All right, we got someone on the move in the field. That's remnants of your 8th Alabama, some 20th New York as well. Have I been calling this wrong? Have the 20th and the 8th been together on this side the whole time? I'm giving all the credit to the 8th Alabama. Yeah, looks like both of them. There ain't much of them left now. These 51st have put a hurt on these boys. Who's this out in the field? Oh, we got Confederates in the field. They didn't put a hurt on shit. They crossed the field. 20th New York, here they are. Of course they're going to be on the flank of the Union Army. Pouring a deadly fire in. We've got Union soldiers just strewn all across. But that ain't going to help them. 20th New York is in mass. They're just going to kill you one at a time. You better group up, boys. Oh, man. 51st still holding on to it. Oh, a heavy fire coming in. That must mean the 8th Florida's back. Holy shit, look at this. There they are. 8th Florida on the flank of the 20th. They're not going to be able to stay here. 8th Alabama and 20th New York in the middle of the field. Now they're flanked. You see them trying to make an L. How long are they going to stay in this exposed position? It's really just a timing game at this point. Only 5 minutes left for the Union to take back this point of contention. Okay, here they go. They're finally falling back. 8th Alabama, 20th New York filing out of the field. We still got the 51st. 52nd's picked up their flag as well. 51st has their flag also. And the 8th Florida moving back to the rocks. Going back to the castle. Man, I wish we'd play on this map more. This has been an incredible battle. You see what's left of the 8th Alabama and the 20th New York trying to get over there to the side. 8th Florida is really pinning these Confederates to the far corner of the map, really spreading them out. You can see them up here on the fence once again. 20th New York and 8th Alabama have decided that they're going to fight as one unit here. It's pretty smart. There's a lot of Floridians. God, that's a lot of Florida bullets coming in. You hear the orders, a lot of those shots going high. But the Union does not have the ability to just... I'm sorry. The Confederates do not have the ability to just stay there and wait. They've got to push these Union off, and the longer they fight against the Florida, the more 51st and 52nd pile into the point of contention. We've got probably 18th North Carolina and Jenkins Brigade out here in the field. There you go. 18th North Carolina on the move, trying to get on the flank of the 52nd and the 51st again. I don't know if they're going to have enough time. We got 4 minutes. Both units are taking losses. You see the Union here in the middle of the field. So it looks like most part of the 8th Alabama is still back here across the street. 20th New York up on the fence, giving the 8th Florida hell. I heard a charge command. 8th Florida's getting their flag back. They've taken a lot of losses if the 20th charges them now. Oh, and here they come. Are they going to be ready? 20th out in the field. Oh, that's 8th Alabama. That's not the 20th. 20th is still on the fence. 8th Alabama moved over. Schimmelfinnig on the move. He's got to get this point of contention back. He knows it. Moving directly in the face of the 8th Florida. They don't give a shit. Here they come. Schimmelfinnig's men having to come all the way across this field. One company against the 52nd New York and the 51st. If they can pull this off, it'll be amazing. The 20th is coming with them. It's a train of Confederates coming. What is the 8th Florida going to do? You know what they're going to do. They're coming in right behind them. Here come the 8th Florida. Hog in the lead. These Confederates are getting absolutely murdered. The hammer and anvil. The Union. This has to be the winning move. You hear the huzzah. 2 minutes, 31 seconds remaining. The Confederates are now breaking, and they have little or no hope. Here come the 18th North Carolina and Jenkins Brigade on the other side. This is not over. Well, not yet anyway. What an incredible stand by the Union Army here. But Jenkins Brigade and 18th North Carolina, they have not heard the end of it yet. They've done it. They've just about pushed them off. Where did the Florida go? They're still holding the point of contention. They may have been able to get what's left of the 51st and the 52nd New York. Maybe they haven't. Look at that. They still held 51st and 52nd. I thought Jenkins Brigade and 18th were going to be able to do it. But no such luck for the Confederates today. We've got less than 2 minutes to go. Both sides are breaking. And the Union Army looks like they're going to repeat history and take the bloody lane from the Confederates. Hogg getting his men ready for a last-second push. Now listen, we've all seen this before. These Confederates, they are capable of doing it, but I've never seen it in less than a minute. Or have I? Well, I think I have. Maybe at Nicodemus Hill. So you never know what's going to happen. Anything is possible, but I'm going to go ahead and call it. Run the risk of looking like a dummy once again. I think the Union have done it. Yeah, I don't think they can do it. You can just see Union pouring into the point of contention. Look at all these Yankees.
Here we go.
Here they come. You hear them. Coming in mass, but they got to cross a field, jump a fence, cross a road, and pray to their mothers. You see them trying to spread out so they don't all get killed at once. Here they come. What an amazing scene. Jeez. This looks like Helm's Deep. This is bloody mayhem. That is the thumbnail right there, my friends. What an incredible battle. The Confederates are doing it. Look at them. Completely brutalizing the Union. But we got more Union coming in. Are the Confederates going to do it? 12 seconds remaining. I just don't think they have the time. The final push is in. The Union is now breaking. And the Confederates have pushed them off. Just about. It's not over yet. Are they going to force overtime? Overtime! Incredible! They forced overtime. Once again, the Confederates. Why am I surprised? What an incredible push by the whole Confederate Army. You had 20th New York in there, 18th North Carolina, Jenkins Brigade. Everybody was in on that push. You can see what's left of them here. Cannot believe they forced an overtime here. But they're at the disadvantage. They can't get respawns under the final push, but the Union is still only breaking. What's going to happen when that blue line goes away? Will the Confederates come out of final push? That's the question. They're right up here in front of each other. The clock is ticking back Confederate. They don't want to lose too many soldiers here. I know I'm screenshot heavy, but this is an amazing battle. I cannot believe how the Confederates, man, were able to push. Oh, God, here come the Union one more time. They're making their strong push now. Let's see if they can push off these Confederates. It's final push. These are their last respawns unless they can break this overtime. You see it. Killing Yankees where they stand. Not a lot of them getting over that fence. There's the rebel yell. The clock is ticking. Both armies are breaking. This is amazing. 3 minutes left. The Confederates have done it. Incredible. Once again, never listen to anything I say. I'm a total dumbass. What an incredible scene. Wow. Every fucking week these guys do this to me. Amazing. Man, I cannot tell you guys how excited I am. Final push, last stand. No more respawns after this. It's going to be real hard to push these Confederates off. Isn't that what I just said about the Union? Jeez, man, that was something to see. Congratulations to everybody in the 8th Alabama, Jenkins Brigade, and 18th North Carolina. That was something to see. That was absolutely incredible. If you don't like this game after seeing this, you might as well just watch something else, because that's as good as it gets right there. Absolutely incredible. Does the Union have anything left? Can they make one more push? I don't think that frontal assault's going to work. It didn't work last time. They better do something. They got 2 minutes left. Had they conceded the battle to the Confederates? You can see they're trying to come in mass. There's a lot of Yankees back here. 138. There ain't a whole lot of time to wait, Hog. You guys got to move. And here they go. They're trying to get on the flank of it this time, but that's a lot of field to cover in a very little bit of time to do it. Man. I just don't think they have enough time for this kind of maneuver. Here they go. You see them. Frank and Hogg leading their men over the fence. 51st is coming with them. I apologize to the commander of the 51st. I don't know who's in charge today. Here they come. Large Union force crossing the field. Well, I'm going to have a lot of screenshots to choose from today. The Union is all spread out. Hogg trying to get his boys over the fence. Shooting into the flank of the Confederates. 52 seconds to go. What can they do? Can the Union do it? This is a strong, strong push by the 8th Florida on the right side. Sweeping up the lane. Killing every Confederate in their wake. You see Schimmel firing his last shots. 4 Union officers, or 4 Union soldiers to kill 1 Schimmelpfennig. I guess that's what it takes. You can see the Union are running out of men. Confederates are still in command of the bloody lane. One last push, but let the bodies tell the story. Look at this field. And they've done it. The Confederates have held on the last charge of the Union Army. This indeed is a bloody, bloody lane. And that's it. It's over. Look at the casualties. Holy Christ. 648 to 542. An incredible battle. An incredible victory for the Confederacy. I did it again. I wrote you guys off. Whoever I think is going to win this battle, you can always count on. It's going to be the other army. Oh, man, that was incredible. Well, guys, if you like that, hit the like button. Maybe subscribe if you're watching on Twitch. Follow me here. We do this every weekend. Until next time, my name's JOEHOVA, and I'll catch you later. Goodbye.